In the name of progress, we have become guinea pigs. Well, guys, 5G networks are up all over the country. They are not fully operational. I totally imagine Senator Palpatine saying, "It is quite operational," in my head right now as a Star Wars reference. If you don't get it, I don't know what to say. But anyways, the bottom line is the 5G networks are operational right now. They are 1 to 3%, most likely, if not more already. It just depends where you live. As we traveled for the holidays back home where I'm from in Michigan, I did notice there was 5G towers all over the place, and the ones there were hundreds of feet above ground level. None of them were on top of buildings. As I've seen here in the Springs, there's ones, man, if you get off at one of the biggest exits in the Springs off of 25 is Garden of the Gods roads. And if you get off there and head towards the mountains where Garden of the Gods is, then you'll see one building in particular that has just 5G towers all over the friggin' top of it like crazy. And I did notice, I could feel it the first time I drove by it. And what does it feel like? Sometimes it feels like increased anxiety. Sometimes it feels like a slight headache. Everybody's going to experience it different. I know what it feels like for me. As you get closer to these ones, maybe you'll realize what they feel like to you. And I've been at intersections where I've felt these things and not seen them, and later seen where they're at. So I know it's not just placebo because I've learned to recognize it. I've discerned what I'm feeling, how I'm feeling. Anyways, so the main issue here is how can we protect ourselves, since how it's seemingly very difficult to actually stop this telecommunications industry and to get them to back off their plans for world domination and being the fastest 5G network in the world, which may come to some harm for a lot of people. One in particular person I know that I've tried to help quite a bit, and hopefully I have to some extent, suffers from CCVS, which is complicated. You could look into it more, but the bottom line is anytime they're close to a 5G tower, they could actually black out. And if that happens while they're driving, well, then it's not safe for you and I, right? But more so not safe for them, right? And besides that, other things that you can do, there is a FCC complaint number, because that's who you would complain to make this. And I think the number is 1-888-CALL-FCC. I'm going to pull that up real quick and you'll be able to see it. So here's the link. All I put in the search was FCC complaint if you wanted to, but you go there and then there's a 1-800 number as well. Oh, this is the official site. There's the number right there, 1-888-225-5322. So that's one way you could do this if you want to complain that 5G has not been tested, which it hasn't, and that you don't want you and your family to be guinea pigs for this. Please go ahead and give that number a call and make a complaint that it's not worth it for faster internet speeds and the Internet of Things, of which I'm not owning any of them. I mean, I own a cell phone, but I don't need that. And speaking of the cell phone, here's a good transition into how you can better dodge those waves on your cell phone if you have a newer cell phone. Oh, I should probably turn it. So anyways, in settings, you go to calling. In settings, put in call, go to calling, and scroll down, hit advanced calling. You can turn off LTE, which I've done, and choose Wi-Fi calling to turn that on. Those are different ways that you can get around 4G, 5G radio waves that are more intense, and you probably don't want aggravating any issues you may have already, because that's the bottom line, is it's going to aggravate issues that you already have, from my understanding. Okay, so on top of these things, what else can we do? I've got a playlist where I'm adding good videos on 5G information as they come up. You could share that wherever. I actually have shared numerous videos and talked to my neighbors through the Nextdoor app. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but it's an app on the App Store, pretty much any one of them, and you can talk to your neighbors without knocking on their door, etc., and not going out to the fence and meeting with them for 15 hours. Anyways, that's really old school. I don't know if anybody actually does that anymore. But anyways, so you could do that, and then let's see other ways. I would also suggest you guys start taking Chaga mushroom. This has got some DNA repair and DNA protection for your body. It's been known to. There's tons of different options here, and I'll put a link in the description for the one that I like. Guess what? It's going to be this host defense one. I think Chaga's got a great taste, so if you wanted to buy the chunks and make tea and stuff, a concentrated tea or whatever, then I would highly. So, other than that, I would also suggest that you guys get this, a Lugols iodine solution. Use that on a daily basis. This could really last a long time. I actually need to get more myself. This is the one I've used the most, J. Crow's. I mean, I don't think there's huge differences in iodine solutions, especially topical ones, and it's a great way to find out if you're iodine deficient, because if it disappears in an hour or ish, then you're definitely low in it, and you should be taking it regularly, in my opinion, because pretty much everybody, you could check out my other videos, but the bottom line is everybody is somewhat deficient in iodine, in my opinion. Anyways, the last thing you could probably do, Reishi. So Reishi will also protect you from radiation. I've heard and known that Reishi could help people when it comes to chemotherapy so that they don't suffer the effects of radiation therapy. But the bottom line is this could also help protect your body, and that would be another one of my choices. Although I've used that, that's just fine. I've never had any problems with that. And like I said, I'll have these things in the description. If you'd like to help support the channel, click on these things. If you still need more information, feel free to leave a comment. If you have any other questions, let me know. And stay healthy, guys. Seriously, protect your health. It's far easier to protect your health than it is to regain it after you've lost it. So, yeah, I really hope we could put a stop to this 5G stuff before it goes much further. Notify your neighbors. Do whatever you can. Let's stop this stuff together. Oh, there's also change.org. They have petitions on there to stop 5G. I don't know if that'll actually do anything. I hope it will. But I'll try and put these things in the description, like I've said. And like, share, subscribe. Thanks so much, guys.